Last week was one roller coaster of a ride for me. A lot of ups and downs. But somewhere during that, I actually managed to make $100,000. Straight up. Now, is it time for a new boat? Let's talk about that. Last week, I sold a rental house that I owned, and I actually owned it, and not the bank. It paid for it. That's a pretty good little lick for me. We're all in different situations financially. But for me, that was a pretty good lick. So I actually cleared $100,000. Got the check. So right now, I actually had the money to go buy any boat I want. I can go get my dream boat right now. I can go get that brand new 21-foot boat with a 250 on the back, and I'm set. I might not be able to get all the accessories I want on it because the price of boats is absolutely stupid right now. But I can go get any boat I want with the boater. And so we can do that. So yeah, that's something to think about. And y'all seen my little aluminum boat that I've been struggling with all year that I bought back in January. Yeah, it didn't crank again this morning at the lake. The starter on it's just gone. All right, so I've been struggling with that little aluminum boat all year, and all I wanted to do is go fishing, and well, now I can go get any boat I want, except for Canna. All right, well, let's look at some numbers. Okay, so I go get my dream boat. I can't get all the electronics I want on it, because then we over 100,000. And I could skimp. I could go get a budget boat for, what, 65, 70,000. It's not my dream boat though. So is it really worth that? No. Well, my dream boat. Okay. So we get it right at 100,000. Well, I got to pay taxes on that boat. I better back off a little bit. I'm gonna have to skimp on some more electronics here, because I'm gonna have to pay property taxes in my state on the boat. I suspect property taxes on a boat like that's going to be pretty rough. Sales taxes, ooh. Oh, and that 100,000. I'm going to have to pay a lot of taxes on that next year. Matter of fact, I better set aside some money just for the taxes on it, or the government going to set me up on some kind of installment plan or something. All right, we're down to the budget boat. Okay, my dream boat's gone. That's not even an option. All right, so my $70,000 budget boat. All right, that'll leave me no, we better go to 65,000. Yeah, because the taxes is going to be rough on that 100 grand. Okay, plus all the other taxes I just mentioned. Okay, I'm going to need to put insurance on that boat too. Oh yeah, I ain't got as much money coming in each month now, so if I got a little less on income per month, that ain't gonna help. This ain't looking good. Oh, a boat like that, I mean, I gotta have a shop for the boat. I don't have a shop for my boat, or a boat. What's a shop cost now? Might have to put it in a shed. Ain't gonna be no money left over for a shop. Might have to get a used boat. I can get a used boat about what I want. I can find one that's pretty good for around 50 grand. Okay, yeah, 50 grand, and then that'll leave me with a little money left over. It ain't gonna be much of a shop. It's probably gonna be more of a shed. Do I want to spend 50 grand on a boat to put it in a shed though, instead of a shop? Because that's gonna be tough. I'll think on this one for a minute. Plus, I'm gonna need to tow that thing, and hey, that 21-foot boat, I wasn't even thinking about this. It's gonna have at least 50, 60 gallon tank in it, gas tank. Non-ethanol right now, we'll just say $4 a gallon to make the math easy, but it's sure a little more than that. And so we're looking at $200 to fill up the tank, plus to tow it. Ooh. So, we're talking pretty big load there in tandem axle trailers, and I got a Tahoe. It'll tow it, but we're gonna be drinking some gas on that one. I'm not sure about this. I might have to do some more math here. Okay, I might have to get a little older boat than I thought I was gonna have to get. That's not good. Oh, okay. Do I get a smaller boat? If I get a smaller boat, it's going to be less, and I can still go, a few years old, couple years old. Or do I get a bigger boat that's even older to get that price down some? Because I mean, 15-year-old boat's going for $20,000. Matter of fact, 20-year-old boats are going for $20,000. Oh, that's getting kind of old. And you start talking 20-year-old boat now, new outboard. Have y'all priced the new outboards lately? Put a 250 on a 21-foot boat. That's depending on the 250, but I mean, we're looking at what, 20,000? That's probably for a used one. 28. So that still puts me back up almost 50,000. Well, I could sell the boat that came off of the old 20-year-old boat. I could sell the motor that came off the 20-year-old boat. I ain't gonna get a whole lot out of it, but that could get me back down around that 30,000 mark probably. Ooh. I'd have something dependable. The more I think about this, the more I'm thinking, well, that ain't too good. No, I don't. Folks, looking like, I've got $100,000 right now. This looking like I can't even go get the boat I want. Seriously. I mean, when we start crunching the numbers here. Now, I know most of you ain't crunching the numbers, which is in part why they're $100,000 now, because y'all ain't crunching the numbers. Now, I know some of you can't afford it, but I'm guessing most of you can't. And if you've got a $60,000 to $100,000 boat, did you have the cash for the boat when you bought it? No, I didn't think so. You couldn't afford it then. Or at least that's my motto. I mean, each to their own. I know we all got different ways of thinking about money, but my motto is if I can't pay cash for it, I can't afford it. So, yeah, a lot of y'all got boats y'all can't afford. Which, part of that's your fault. Because then part of it's the people that's selling the boats, and a lot of it's the U.S. government and the Federal Reserve. Because the Federal Reserve's been keeping interest rates artificially low for a long time. And then we got all the inflation stuff going on too. But the prices on boats was stupid before, anything recent happened that would have kicked up interest rates. So I know what got most of you. You walk in and you see that big sign on the boat that says, $300 a month. It didn't say what the price of the boat was. It said $300 a month. You keep thinking, I can afford that. That's because your dream boat was my dream boat. We're both looking at the same boat. So, maybe the sign said $400 a month or $500, but that's what you was looking at was that. It's that much a month. I can afford it. You didn't really pay any attention or think about that part where it said it's for 15 or 20 years, and you signed on that line, didn't you? Yeah. I'll tell you what, I think I'm gonna pass on my new boat, my dream boat, because honestly, as I look at numbers here, I can't afford it. I got $100,000 cash and I can't afford a boat, which should tell you just how stupid our economy is right now and just how much trouble we in. But I tell you what I am going to do. And it's going to make a lot of you mad, but there's no saying the truth will set you free. But first it will piss you off. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wait about 6 to 9 months, because that's when the economy's going to crash. It'll be longer than that before it crashes, but that's when the repossessions are going to start. And then I'm going to go to an auction, and I'm going to buy your $75,000, $80,000, $100,000 boat. I'm going to go to an auction. I'm going to buy it for $15,000, because that's where we're headed right now. I think I'm going to go that route. And not wishing you any luck. I'm not hoping anybody loses their boat. I don't want to see the economy do anything. I don't want to see it bad. I mean, that hurts me too. But I think that's the route I'm going to take. Yeah. Okay, well, I figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy your boat for $15,000. And my little aluminum boat, I'm just going to make that work. We're going to start working on it a lot more. I got a few things to do. It's going to be I got to do them. Might as well make a video on it. And this morning, and this is kind of what got me thinking about all this. I wanted the boat bad, seriously. Got to the lake. My boat wouldn't start. Again. I ain't even going to go through how many times we've been through this. And I ain't even told y'all about half the times I went to the lake and got there and it didn't start. I mean, we've gone through had some issues with this motor. Starter, just smoke was coming out of it this morning, literally. Starters burn up. And I decided, okay, I'm going to go on and go fishing. A friend of mine was with me. We're going to go fishing anyway. Drop the trolling motor and just go fishing. And we went out there and fished, and we had a good time, and we caught some fish. And, yeah, I wasn't happy as far as the motor, but I just left that at the bank. And once I was on the water, all right, let's go figure something out. And then when I was leaving, we loaded everything up. And this guy was there loading his boat up. Gorgeous boat. He had my dream boat. He seriously did. It was pretty. And we were talking afterwards, and I caught just as many fish as he did that day. Do I really need that boat? That I can't afford? No. Did he really need it? Well, I don't know if he could afford it or not. I mean, that's seriously, I don't know. Like I said, start with, we're all in different situations. The only thing I am really certain of is there's a lot of you done bought boats you can't afford. A lot of you looking at boats and thinking about buying boats you can't afford. And that's your call. You have to figure out if you can or can't. And then, 5 years, you'll know for sure if you ain't done the math and really thought about it. But I know a lot of you are going to think wrong on this. And this is just the experience speaking. I've seen this with the economy. I've seen this rodeo before. I know what's coming. It's here. You just ain't felt it yet. But we fixing to be hurting. So anyway, I'm not getting all doom and gloom. I'm gonna have me a really nice boat here probably about 6-7 months. And until then, I'm gonna catch just as many fish as a lot of people that are in my dream boat right now. So, now I hope all of y'all realize I'm seriously not looking forward to taking advantage of anybody's financial hardships. I just said some things to hopefully get y'all's attention, because somebody needs to get y'all's attention, because there's a lot of you that's over leveraged. And we're in for some things right now that a lot of you've never experienced. The easy money's fixing to end. The Federal Reserve, they got 2 options right now. They can either raise interest rates and get inflation under control, and we go into a recession like most of you've never experienced. And it's going to take us probably the better part of 10 years to recover from that, at which time we'll be in good shape financially as a nation It's what they should do. I've never known the government to do what it should do. Option two, they can start to raise interest rates like they're doing. We can start to enter that big recession like we're doing. And then they say, oh no, we got to go back to the quantitative easing and easy money, in which case inflation is going to end up so bad that we're barely going to be able to afford gas for our vehicles, much less be able to afford a boat. And that's even if we have a vehicle, because, well, y'all see what the prices of those are. That's where we're at right now. Okay, and which, path we take, we're fixing to go down one of them, and it's going to be a bumpy ride. And I seriously did make $100,000 last week. I have no clue what to do with that money right now. I'm as absolutely paranoid as I can be about everything at the moment. Seriously. How many of you would put that in the stock market right now? Gold? I think gold's a good investment, but who are you going to sell it to after the bottom falls out of the economy? Yeah, look up what the government did with gold in the 1930s. Go buy real estate in this overinflated bubble of a market? Why do you think I sold my rental house? Go buy a boat? You talking about a bubble? I seriously had no idea what to do with that money. All I can tell you is numbers we just went over. I made $100,000 and I can't afford a simple fishing boat, 21-foot bass boat to go fishing in. We're in trouble, folks. It's here. And so because of that, I know normally I do gun content on this channel and hunting and that type of thing. What I decided to do is I'm going to split up channel. I'm going to do 2 channels. All right. So I just started a second channel, Living Simple with Tom. Okay, on that channel, we're going to focus on living simple, gardening, fishing, saving money, working on stuff, repairing our own stuff. I'm going to be repairing a boat motor. I can't afford a mechanic now. I mean, seriously, I had a mechanic do some things to it, but it's gotten to the point that I can't afford a mechanic. I mean, I got an old boat. He's got to go look up parts and try to track down parts for it. He's charging $100 an hour, labor. All right. If he's got 2 hours in just trying to find a part and doing research, that's 2 hours I got to pay him for, and he ain't even fixed anything yet. And plus, he don't even want to go there, just because then it's old parts, and he's not going to guarantee that. All right, so I'm fixing to start working on my own stuff. I always have. I just got a little lax since I've been doing videos. It's hard to work full time, do videos, work on my own stuff. And plus, I was a landlord, which I did simplify life a little bit by getting rid of that rental house. So that's what we're going to focus on the new channel. And for any of y'all interested in that, hey, I encourage you to go subscribe to it. I'm going to leave a link at the bottom, and I've only uploaded one video to it. And then for this channel, Tom River Simple Living, we're going to stay on the firearms and hunting and providing meat. And we're going to move a little bit more into self-defense type thing also, because if the economy does what I think it's going to do, and I could be wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm usually right about this stuff. A friend of mine, I was questioning myself not long ago, because I don't know how it's gone as long as it has. And a friend of mine reminded me not long ago that I called the 2008 crash right before that happened. It's going to be way worse. If the Fed does what it should, and if they don't, well, I've already got $100,000 and I can't afford a fishing boat. That's inflation, and that's going to get a lot worse, and we ain't going to be able to afford anything. So either way, it's going to suck. And there's so many young people right now that have never known not getting what they want. All right, crime's going to be bad. That's just the way it goes. Economy crash, crime goes through the roof. We're going to need to do a little more preparing for that. So, we got the new channel for the happy, let's save some money and work on some stuff and fix some stuff and grow a garden and go fishing. And then this channel, we're going to keep doing the hunting, firearms, but we're also going to move a little more into the self-defense side. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. And I think this is going to be a good change or something different. We'll try it. And I'm also curious. Most of you know YouTube isn't exactly favorable on firearms content, especially if you start talking defensive. I'm curious if with the new channel, and it's going to take a while for it to get established and make enough videos and all that, but if I never say the F word on that channel, firearms, will YouTube promote it more? A little experiment I'm wanting to run with that, because I suspect they will. And yeah, so that's where we're at now. And I'm looking forward to hearing any of y'all's thoughts about this. What do y'all think? Does this sound like a good direction for y'all? And are you seeing anything that I'm missing with the economy on how this is all going to turn out, sunshine and rainbows? And it could. All right, maybe I am missing something. So I'm looking forward to, seeing the comments on that. And yeah. Oh yeah, for all of you that questions and so forth, I am way behind on all of that. This really was a roller coaster of a week last week. We'll talk about that some more too next week, but yeah, it's gonna be, anyway, I've babbled enough now. God bless. Y'all have a wonderful evening.